maybe about what to do with their body, that sort of thing. And people are disappointed that they don't get something that tells them really about the way that they are feeling or why they've decided to end their lives. For the 80% or so of people who don't get a note, they wonder why they didn't get a note. And again, because so few people leave a note, the reality is that it doesn't matter a whole lot. Sometimes what happens for people is that when they have reached the point that they want to end their lives, at that point there's a lot of relief for them. So they're thinking of practical concerns for their families, for their loved ones, to make sure that things are taken care of that they're obviously not going to be able to do. My sister actually left a note, and it was taken away from my family. It was found in her room. It was not dated. There's some question of whether or not she was going to end her life that day, or she had plans to do it several weeks ahead, because she was actually coming to visit me with, she had been to visit me with our older sister, and I take that back. She was coming to visit me with our older sister 2 weeks later, and so we were wondering if maybe because I actually got home before they were coming to visit, that maybe she ended up ending her life earlier. But what the police had told us, her friends had found the note, the police then took it, and we got it back at the funeral, but what my family was told was that it was not hastily written, and we did get it back. Basically, she said that she didn't love herself. And another thing that you see in notes, which we saw in hers, was that she said, pray for me so that I'll go to heaven. And for her, it was really about ending her pain. She made that very clear, that she didn't love herself and she wanted to be out of pain. For many people who die by suicide, I've often said this about my sister, is that they really can't see from about here in front of them, because they do have so much pain. And all they can think about is their own pain. They can't think about everybody else. And so in a note, if they don't mention someone, it's not because they didn't care about that person. It's because they're thinking about practical concerns, and it's because they can only think about ending their own pain.